back.
That's right.
We're at it
If I'm
again.
not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth.
Well, you're right on the mark about that one, but who are you?
Wishy.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it.
Who the fuck?
And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Is that Lisa? Wait a... Damn it. Alright.
Those who play by our rules
Maybe.
call me Pop.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you. And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives...
Well,
Okay.
I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous...
My apologies, Demoiselle.
Previous
Should
title?
you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
Oh, damn. Okay.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay.
If you...
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance time.
Oh, okay.
Judging from the look of things, I find Linian unlike...
Really? We think so
Okay.
too. But how did you come to that...
Intuition, naturally. My
Okay.
unparalleled intuition. Farina sure was quick to point
Okay.
the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever. But that's not uncommon for
Okay.
her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway,
Yeah.
a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. Back down in that situation.
Okay.
Sounds more like you just don't trust...
Well, what's
I
your
mean,
opinion? I must
does
admit that she
trust?
can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't.
Okay. She has some of
Alright,
the weirdest art
I've
forms
answered
yet.
Wait a minute. Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me.
Alright.
In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
I mean, sure.
Well...
And why would that be?
Didn't make it easy. Things. Okay.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Okay.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I too think that the travelers, no matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be,
Yeah.
the trials that go on stage here must be based in... And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus.
Okay.
Anyway, now, I need to make some preparations.
Wait! Since when did we become as...
Oh,
Okay.
well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
Okay.
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in... You wish to save a friend from
Okay.
false accusations, and we wish...
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, miss? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
We'll be making some preparations first.
Whoever the murderer was,
Okay.
they must have made preparations well beforehand. Why would it be him? Why would it be...
Alcohol. Water.
When he's still talking to the guards, I think someone will be assigned to monitor.
This is an ordinary boss where Ryan came from. Okay. get on stage. Who's up there?
I see that you're in. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them.
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
And why don't I tell you my hypothesis first?
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during...
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind.
Alright.
That makes sense.
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice.
Okay.
Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing.
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's true.
Okay.
That does remind Paimon, though.
Okay, you got one more piece of... Nothing here, I guess. What's the point you could do it, but there's no one. Let me see.
Pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I don't know.
Whoa. Look! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. Wait.
Okay. Special rope, okay. Alright, let's go. Let's see if there's someone inside.
Hello there. What are you investing?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or... Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches...
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between...
Okay, then.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please, it is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of the...
Okay. Oh my god.
Why would it be? Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got... We all heard that noise, didn't... Why would it be... Why would... Whoever this rope was obviously...
What is this here? Nothing. I want one last time. You gotta see.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number select.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Lenny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the...
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right?
Okay.
The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
Alright.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a In other words, Lenny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
Alright.
That much checks out.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Lenny.
Even though it's bad for Lenny's case?
Alright. So, wouldn't that be better? Because technically, he picks the same number. Has he done this trick before? Or not? This is the first time he's doing it. Some people here. Who's this?
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
Okay.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing... Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
Alright.
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
Okay.
How can you be so sure?
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Lenny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if we Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't... Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be...
Okay, so you got all three, right?
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the...
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would...
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic.
You need not worry about such things.
Oh.
Oh, he does magic. Like...
Let's go see, shall we?
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes.
Very good. Thanks for being...
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
Okay.
You've arrived. Who's this? Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers?
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Alright.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Wait a second.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Weren't there balloons and other decorations here?
Good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back? You mean the inside of...
Yeah.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the front. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Okay.
So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
Oh.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as the 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances. See this flatbed trolley?
So, someone has to be here.
The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
Okay.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely.
Alright.
The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if...
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark.
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynn. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the count...
And what about Lynette? I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here.
Okay.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into...
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, so magic trick. We've given all the details. The structure, the all inside magic box. So we're just gonna fill this up, right, or something. Oh, there's a lash. I've been examining the ladder. I'm examining it again. Now examine this. Okay, nothing. Investigate this.
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick.
But what? Whatever it is.
Okay, something unusual here. A broken wall,
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Oh, Paimon knows!
Okay.
It's one of those tricks where you pour water and here's a broken vase. Huh.
Okay.
Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
I mean,
that
I don't know if
can't
it's
be.
possible or anything.
The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Alright. Clothing? There's a clothing.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing. Her clothes are
What the
here,
fuck?
but she's nowhere to be found.
Right. And do you really need to do that? If you're kid. Ugh. This is so confusing.
I don't know why. But that might be the case. I have a theory. Maybe it's something to do with hydropower. Because she was turning to water. I don't know. I mean, not that. Put that in the car.
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if...
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
I mean...
Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write that down. Yes, let's head back up.
There we go.
Well, we've ascertained this. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns.
Alright.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the opera house. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both... No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable...
Charges and then trial. So if the...
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the oratrice will hear statements from both sides. That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies. To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this...
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides?
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave the...
Huh? What?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties. Or that we might find outside help. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here.
Okay.
Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh.
Okay.
Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding! Just kidding! Paimon will still do her bit.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll...
Huh?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with...
He's a magician? Oh yeah, he was saying he does a little bit of magic.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my...
These three are quite the interesting group.
Okay.
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself, beating the egg.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the...
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to...
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle. No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
Okay.
All right, then. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. The magician twins could have...
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same...
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
What is it?
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person, but the only people left to consider...
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic prop?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Okay.
Were we not thorough enough? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing, though, Navia.
They are my specialty, after all.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. 5?
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
Okay.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
Okay.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us, Malus, set up the stove again if...
All right.
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, Demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this really...
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking for. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right, thanks for your help.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula.
Okay.
Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Okay. Alright, that's it for
It's time to put our heads together.
today. Tomorrow is, I guess,
Ready for the trial.
there's a trial.
Oh,
So,
it's probably gonna be a long
see you all
and
next
difficult
time.
case.
Peace.